Hello everyone, hope you all are well. Today I will going to discuss about Laplace transform, and this Laplace transform I will discuss about sinusoidal and transient response of RL, RC and RLC circuit. So before knowing the sinusoidal and transient response, you have to know about the simple RL series, RC series and RLC series circuit. So before knowing this, I will discuss about this simple circuit, and after this I will discuss about sinusoidal and transient response. So Laplace transform, which is a very important topic for circuit theory and also in electrical engineering. Okay, so myself Mr. Santanu Noskar, Assistant Professor of Electrical Department, GKCM JIS Group, and my mail ID is santanu.uit@gmail.com and santanu.noskar_gkcm@gisgroup.org, and this is my Facebook page, Being Electrify with Santanu. You can get all the lecture in my Facebook page and also in my YouTube channel. So before knowing this all, I want to share with you something that was said by former ex-president of India, Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam, that you cannot change your future, but you can change your habits, and surely your habits will change your future. So let us discuss about your syllabus. So name of the course is Electric Circuit Theory, course code PCW 301 and semester 3rd. And there are 3 hours lecture per week and 1 hour per week tutorial, and practical 2 hours per week, and credit points 4+1. So about this objective I have already discussed in my previous classes, and this content I have already covered the introduction portion, the graph theory portion, the coupled circuit portion, the network theorem, the two-port network, and today I will discuss about the Laplace transform. Okay, so let's start. So let us discuss about RL series circuit. So a circuit that contains a pure resistance R in ohm connected in series with a coil having pure inductance of L unit Henry is known as RL series circuit. So when an AC supply voltage V is applied, the current I flows in the circuit. So IR and IL will be the current flowing in the resistor and inductor respectively. But the amount of current flowing through both the elements will be same as they are connected in series with each other. The circuit diagram of RL circuit shown here. Here VR is the voltage across resistor R, VL is the voltage across the inductor L, and V is the total voltage of the current. Okay, so let us discuss about the phasor diagram of the RL series circuit. So the phasor diagram picture is shown here. So we have to discuss some step to draw the phasor diagram of RL series circuit. First we have to take the current as a reference here. Okay, then the voltage drop across the resistance VR equals to IR is drawn, is in phase with I current. Look here, VR is drawn, is phase with I current. Okay, now the voltage drop across the inductive reactance VL, remember that VL equals to inductive reactance. Okay, VL is denoted by IXL. VL equals to IXL is drawn ahead of the current I, as the current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree in the pure inductive circuit. Remember the word, current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree in the pure inductive circuit. Look here. Okay, 90 degree. So the vector sum of the two voltage VR and VL is equals to the applied voltage V. Okay, this is the vector sum. So in right angle triangle OAB, VR equals to IR, VL equals to IXL, where XL equals to 2 pi FL. XL is the inductive reactance and XL equals to also 2 pi FL. F is the frequency. Now we can write V equals to root over VR square plus VL square equals to root over IR square plus IXL whole square equals, now V we can write V equals to I root over r square plus root xl square, or I equals to L equals to V by Z, where Z equals to root over r square plus xl square. Z is the total opposition offered to the flow of alternating current by an RL series circuit and is called impedance of the circuit. Remember, Z is the impedance of the circuit and it is measured in ohm. Okay. Now discuss about phase angle. So in RL series circuit, the current lags the voltage by 90 degree, which I have already said, and the angle known as phase angle. It is given by the equation tan phi. Tan phi equals to VL by VR equals to IXL by IR equals to XL by R, or phi equals to tan inverse XL by R. Okay. So after this I will discuss about the power in RL series circuit. Now if the alternating voltage applied across the current is given by the equation V equals to Vm sin omega t. Okay, this is number 1 equation, and the equation of current is given by I equals to Im sin omega t minus phi, which is number 2 equation. So the equation of current I is given as I equals to Im sin omega t minus phi. Then the instantaneous power is given by the equation P equals to Vi, which is number 3. Now putting the value of V and I from equation 1 and 2 in the equation 3, we will get P equals to Vm sin omega t into Im sin omega t minus phi. From here we can write also P equals to Vm Im by 2 into 2 sin omega t minus phi and sin omega t. So this we can now apply the formula of 2 sin theta sin phi. Okay, the 11-12 formula of 11-12 class 11-12, that P equals to Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 into cos phi minus cos 2 omega t minus phi within bracket, third bracket close, first bracket close, third bracket close, and also we can write P equals to Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos phi minus Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos 2 omega t minus phi. Now the average power consumed in the circuit over one complete cycle is given by the equation here. P equals to average of Vm by root 2 Vm by root 2 cos phi minus average of Vm by root 2 Vm by root 2 cos 2 omega t minus phi. Or we can write P equals to Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos phi minus 0, or P equals to Vrms Irms cos phi, or we can write P equals to Vi cos theta, where cos theta is called the power factor of the circuit. Look here, this angle and the theta of cos of this theta, this angle, what will the value of cos? Vr by V. Okay, so Vr by V equals to Ir by Iz equals to R by Z. This is number 4 equation. So the power factor is defined as the ratio of resistance to the impedance of the AC circuit. From here we can conclude the definition of power factor. Now putting the value of V and cos phi from the equation 4, we get P equals to Iz into I into R by Z, which is I square R. This is number 5 equation. So from equation 5 it can be concluded that the inductor does not consume any power in the circuit. Now let us discuss about the waveform and power curve of the RL series circuit. So from this waveform you can see that this is the voltage waveform and this is the current waveform. The current lags the voltage by an angle because this is a pure inductive circuit. Okay, and this is the curve of power. So the various points on the power curve are oriented by the product of voltage and current. If you analyze the curve carefully, it is seen that the power is negative between angle 0 and phi and between 180 degree and 180 degree plus phi, and during the rest of the cycle the power is positive. So the current lags the voltage and thus they are not in phase with each other. Now we will discuss about RC series circuit. So a circuit that contains pure resistance ohm connected in series with a pure capacitor of capacitance C farads is known as RC series circuit. A sinusoidal voltage is applied and current I flows through the resistance R and the capacitance C. Okay, so this picture is shown here is the circuit of RC series circuit. Here V is the voltage across the resistance, Vc is the voltage across the capacitor, and V is the total voltage across the RC series circuit. Now let us discuss about the phasor diagram of RC series circuit. So we have to maintain some step to draw the phasor diagram. So take the I, which is in RMS value, as a reference vector. Now voltage drop VR, which is equals to IR, taken in phase with this current vector. Look here, VR is same phase with current vector I. Now voltage drop in capacitive reactance VC equals to IXC is drawn 90 degree behind the current vector as current leads voltage by 90 degree in the pure capacitive circuit, and for pure inductive circuit current lag 90 degree by voltage. Now the vector sum of the two voltage drop is equal to the applied voltage V, which is in RMS value. Now VR equals to IR and VC equals to IXC, where X equals to 1 by 2 pi FC. This is capacitive reactance, and here F equals to frequency. So in right triangle OAB, V equals to root over VR square plus VC square equals to root over IR square plus IXC square. Now V equals to I root over R square plus X square, or we can say I equals to V by root over R square plus X square, which is equals to V by Z. Here Z equals to root over R square plus X square. Okay, Z is the total opposition offered to the flow of alternating current by an RC series circuit, and is called impedance of the circuit. It to measure in ohms, which I have already discussed in RL series circuit. So what is phase angle now? From the phasor diagram shown here, it is clear that the current in the circuit leads the applied voltage by an angle phi. Look here. So this angle called phase angle. So phase angle tan phi equals to Vc by Vr, which is Ixc by Ir equals to Xc by R, or we can say phi equals to tan inverse Xc by R. Now let us come to the power in RC series circuit. So if the alternating voltage applied across the circuit is given by the equation equals to Vm, V equals to Vm sin omega t, equation number 1, then I equals to Im sin omega t plus phi, which is equals to 2. Therefore the instantaneous power is given by P equals to Vi. Okay, look here, V equals to Vi. So putting the value of V and I from the equation 1 and 2 in P equals to Vi, we get P equals to Vm sin omega t into Im sin omega t plus phi. We can also write P equals to Vm Im by 2 sin omega t plus phi sin omega t. From here we can write P equals to Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos theta minus cos 2 omega t plus phi. Also we can write P equals to Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos phi minus Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos 2 omega t plus phi. So the average power consumed in the circuit over a complete cycle is given by P average of Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos phi minus average of Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos 2 omega t plus phi, or we can write P equals to Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 cos phi minus 0. Okay, now we can also write P equals to Vrms Irms cos phi equals to Vi cos theta, where cos phi is called the power factor of the circuit. Look here, power factor of the circuit. This angle, cos of this angle is power factor of the circuit. So cos phi equals to VR by V equals to IR by IZ equals to R by Z, which is number 3 equation. Now putting the value of V and cos phi from the equation 3, the value of power will be P equals to IZ into IR by Z equals to I square R, which is number 4 equation. Now from the equation 4, it is clear that the power is actually consumed by the resistance only and the capacitor does not consume any power in the circuit. Okay. Now let us discuss about the waveform and power curve of the RC series circuit. So look here, this is the waveform of voltage, this sky blue color, and the red color is waveform of current. Look here, because of this is pure capacitive circuit though, so current leads the voltage by an angle. Okay, for inductive circuit, current will lag the voltage. So this is the this violet color is the curve of power. So the various point on the power curve are obtained from the product of the instantaneous value of voltage and current. The power is negative between the angle 180 degree minus theta and 180 degree, and between 360 degree minus theta and 360 degree, and rest of the cycle the power is positive. Since the area under the positive loop is greater than that under the negative loops, therefore the net power over a complete cycle is positive. Now let us discuss about the RLC series circuit. So when a pure resistance of R ohm, a pure inductance of L Henry, and pure capacitance of C Farad are connected together in series combination with each other, then RLC series circuit is formed. Okay, so as all three elements are connected in series, so the current flowing through each elements of the circuit will be the same as the total current I flowing in the circuit, because these all are in series. Okay, so this is a picture of RLC series circuit. So in this RLC series circuit, XL equals to 2 pi FL and XC equals to 1 by 2 pi LC. Okay, so when the AC voltage is applied to the RLC series circuit, the resulting current I flows through the circuit, and thus the voltage across each element will be VR equals to IR is the voltage across the resistance R and is in phase with I, and VL equals to IXL, that is the voltage across the inductance, and it leads current I by an angle of 90 degree, and VC equals to IXC, that's the voltage across capacitor, and it's lag the current by an angle of 90 degree. That is the chart of circuit element, resistance, reactance and impedance. Okay, look here, same phase, resistor, this inductor, lag, and this is lead. Now let us discuss about the phasor diagram of RLC series circuit. So the phasor diagram of RLC series circuit, when the circuit is acting as an inductive circuit, that means VL greater than VC. Okay, look here, and if VL less than VC, then the circuit will behave as a capacitive circuit. Okay, so there are some steps to draw the phasor diagram of RLC series circuit. Take current I as a reference as shown in the figure. So the above the voltage across the inductor L, that is VL, is drawn, leads the current by 90 degree. Look here, VL is lead the current 90 degree. The voltage across the capacitor C, VC, is drawn, lagging the current I by 90 degree. Look here, this lagging the current. Okay, now the two vector VL and VC are opposite to each other. This VL and VC are same phase but opposite to each other. So V equals to root over VR square plus VL minus VC whole square equals to root over IR square plus IXL minus IXC whole square, or V equals to I root over R square plus XL minus XC whole square, or we can say I equals to V by root over R square plus XL minus XC whole square, which is equals to V by Z. Okay, now Z equals to root over R square plus XL minus XC whole square. It is the total opposition offered to the flow of current by RLC circuit, as it is known as impedance of the circuit. Now discuss about the phase angle. Here tan from the phasor diagram, the value of phase angle will be, look here, tan phi equals to VL minus VC by R, which is equals to XL minus XC by R. Now phi equals to tan inverse XL minus XC by R. Now let us discuss about power in RLC series circuit. So the product of voltage and current is defined as the power, which is P equals to VI cos theta equals to I square R, where cos phi is the this is phi. The cos phi is the power factor of the circuit and is expressed as cos phi equals to VR by R equals to R by Z. Now the three case of RLC series circuit: when XL greater than XC, the phase angle theta is opposite, the circuit behave as RL series circuit in which the current lags behind the applied voltage and the power factor is lagging, and when XL less than XC, the phase angle phi is negative and the circuit act as a series RC circuit in which the current leads the voltage by 90 degree, and when XL equals to XC, the phase angle phi is 0. As a result, the circuit behaves like a pure resistive circuit. So in this type of circuit, the current and voltage are in phase with each other. The value of power factor is unity. So three conditions: when XL greater than XC, the circuit is pure RL series circuit, and XL less than XC, RC circuit. XL equals to XC, pure resistive circuit, and power factor is unity. Now let us discuss about the impedance triangle of RLC series circuit. So when the quantities of the phasor diagram are divided by the common factor I, then the right angle triangle is obtained, known as impedance triangle. So the impedance triangle of RL series circuit, when XL greater than XC, shown here, when XL greater than XC, lagging the phase angle. Okay, if the inductive resistance reactance is greater than the capacitive reactance, then the circuit reactance is inductive, giving a lagging phase angle. Now this impedance triangle is shown here when the circuit act as a RC series circuit, when XL less than XC. When the capacitive reactance is greater than the inductive reactance, the overall circuit reactance act as capacitive and the phase angle will be leading. Okay, leading phase angle, and XL less than XC. Now let us discuss some application of RLC series circuit. So it acts as a variable tuned circuit. It acts as a low pass, high pass, band stop filter depending upon the type of frequency, and the circuit always work as an oscillator and voltage multiplier and pulse discharge circuit. So this is about the all of RLC series circuit. Now let's come to the main thing, that sinusoidal response of RL circuit. So consider a sinusoidal response of RL circuit consisting of resistance and inductance as shown in this figure. So the switch S is closed at t equals to 0. Okay, at t equals to 0, a sinusoidal voltage V cos omega t plus phi is applied to the series RL circuit, where V is the amplitude of the wave and theta is the phase angle. Now application of Kirchhoff voltage law, which is KVL, to the sinusoidal response of the RL circuit result in the following differential equation, that equals to V cos omega t plus phi equals to Ri plus L di by dt, and we can write di by dt plus R by L into y equals to V by L cos omega t plus phi. The corresponding characteristic equation is d plus RL within bracket I equals to V by L cos omega t plus phi. For the above equation, the solution consists of two parts. Okay, complementary function and particular function, particular integral. So the complementary function of the solution is I is equals to C e to the power minus t within bracket R by L and the particular solution can be obtained by using undetermined coefficient by assuming ip equals to a cos omega t plus phi plus b sin omega t plus phi, and I dash p equals to, which is derivative, a minus a omega sin omega t plus phi plus b omega cos omega t plus phi. Now substituting these two equation in this equation, we can get this equation, second bracket start, minus a omega sin omega t plus phi plus b omega cos omega t plus phi plus r by l with second bracket a cos omega t plus phi plus b sin omega t plus phi equals to v by l cos omega t plus phi, or we can write within bracket minus a omega plus b r by l sin omega t plus phi plus b omega plus a r by l cos omega t plus phi equals to v by l cos omega t plus phi. Now comparing cosine terms and sine term, we get minus a omega plus b r by l equals to 0 and v omega plus a r by l equals to v by l. So from the above equation, we have a equals to v into r by r square plus omega l whole square and b equals to v into omega l by r square plus omega l whole square. Okay, now substituting the values of a and b in this equation ip, we get, look here, ip equals to what, v into r by r square plus omega l whole square cos omega t plus phi plus v into omega l by r square plus omega l whole square into sin omega t plus phi. From here we can write m cos phi equals to vr by r square plus omega l whole square and m sin phi equals to v omega l by r square plus omega l whole square. So to find m and phi, we divided one equation by the other. So m sin theta sin phi by m cos phi equals to tan phi, which is equals to omega l by r. Now squaring both equation, adding, we get m square cos square phi plus m square sin square phi equals to v square by r square plus omega l whole square, which is m equals to v by root over r square plus omega l whole square. Now the particular current becomes ip equals to v by root over r square plus omega l whole square cos omega t plus theta minus tan inverse omega l by a. Now the complete solution for current I equals to IC plus IP. Now I equals to C e to the power minus t r by l plus v by root over r square plus omega l square cos omega t plus theta minus tan inverse omega l by r. Now since the inductor does not allow sudden change in current, so at t equals to 0, I equals to 0, the value of C is minus v by root over r square plus omega l whole square cos theta minus tan inverse omega l by r. Now the complete solution of the current is I equals to e to the power minus r by l into t within third bracket minus v by root over r square plus omega l whole square cos theta minus tan inverse omega l by r plus v by root over r square plus omega l whole square cos omega t plus phi minus tan inverse omega l by r. So these are the sinusoidal response of RL circuit. Let us discuss about sinusoidal response of RC circuit. So consider a sinusoidal response of RC circuit consisting of resistance and capacitance in series as shown in the figure. So the switch S is closed at t equals to 0. Now at t equals to 0, a sinusoidal voltage V cos omega t plus theta is applied to the RC circuit, where V is the amplitude of the wave and theta is the phase angle of the wave. So applying Kirchhoff voltage law to the circuit result in the following differential equation, which is V cos omega t plus phi equals to Ri plus 1 by C integration I dt, and we can write also R di by dt plus I by C equals to minus V omega sin omega t plus phi, which we can write d plus 1 by RC within bracket into I equals to minus V omega by R sin omega t plus phi. So the complementary function IC equals to C into e to the power minus t by RC, and the particular solution can be obtained by using undetermined coefficient. This IP equals to a cos omega t plus theta plus b sin omega t plus theta, and I dash p equals to minus a omega sin omega t plus theta plus b omega cos omega t plus theta, which is the derivative. Now substituting equation in this two equation, in this equation we get these two equation. In this equation we get second bracket start minus a omega sin omega t plus theta plus b omega cos omega t plus theta plus 1 by RC a cos omega t plus theta plus b sin omega t plus theta equals to minus v omega by r sin omega t plus theta. So now comparing the both sides, we get minus a omega plus b by RC equals to minus b omega by r, and b omega plus a by RC equals to 0, from which a equals to vr by r square plus omega 1 plus omega c whole square, and b equals to minus v by omega c within bracket r square plus omega c 1 by omega c whole square. Now substituting the value of a b in this equation, we get the value of IP equals to VR by R square plus 1 by omega c whole square into cos omega t plus theta plus minus V by omega c third bracket start R square plus 1 by omega c whole square into sin omega t plus theta. Now putting the value, we can get m cos phi equals to Vr by root over r square plus 1 by omega c whole square, and m sin phi equals to V by omega c within bracket r square plus 1 by omega c whole square. Now to find m and phi, we divided one equation. So m sin theta by m sin phi by m cos phi equals to tan phi, which is equal to 1 by omega c r. We can write m square cos square phi plus m square sin square phi equals to v square by r square plus 1 by omega c whole square, and m equals to v by root over r square plus 1 by omega c whole square. Now the particular current becomes IP equals to V by root over r square plus 1 by omega c whole square cos omega t plus theta plus tan inverse 1 by omega cr. For the complete solution for the current, I equals to IC plus IP. Now I equals to CE e to the power minus t by RC plus V by root over r square plus 1 by omega c whole square, and cos omega t plus theta plus tan inverse 1 by omega cr. Since the capacitor does not allow sudden change in voltage, t equals to 0, at t equals to 0 and I equals to v by r cos theta, then the value equals to v by r cos theta equals to c plus v by root over r square plus omega c whole square into cos theta within bracket theta plus tan inverse 1 by omega cr. Now c equals to v by r cos theta minus v by root over r square 1 by omega c whole square cos theta within bracket theta plus tan inverse 1 by omega cr. Now the complete solution are I equals to e to the power minus t by rc within bracket v by r cos theta minus v by root over r square plus omega c 1 by omega c whole square cos within bracket theta minus tan inverse 1 by omega cr plus v by root over r square by plus 1 by omega c whole square cos omega t plus theta tan inverse 1 by omega cr. So this is all the sinusoidal response of RC circuit. Now let us discuss about the sinusoidal response of RLC circuit. So consider the sinusoidal response of RLC circuit consisting of resistance, inductance and capacitance in series shown in the figure. So switch S is closed at t equals to 0. So now at t equals to 0, a sinusoidal voltage V cos omega t plus theta is applied to the RLC series circuit, where V is the amplitude of the wave and theta is the phase angle. Now application of Kirchhoff law, voltage law to the sinusoidal response of the RLC circuit result in the following differential equation, which is B cos omega t plus theta equals to Ri plus L di by dt plus omega 1 by C integration I dt. Now differentiating the above equation, we get R di by dt plus L di squared by dt2 plus I by C equals to minus V omega sin omega t plus theta. We can write d square plus R by L d plus 1 by L C within bracket I equals to minus V omega L V omega by L sin omega t plus theta. The particular solution can be obtained by using undetermined coefficient by assuming Ip equals to A cos omega t plus theta plus B sin omega t plus theta. Now I dash P equals to minus A omega sin omega t plus theta plus B omega cos omega t plus theta, and I double dash P equals to minus A omega square cos omega t plus theta minus B omega square sin omega t plus theta. Now substituting I dash P and I double dash in this equation, we get minus A omega square cos omega t plus theta minus B omega square sin omega t plus theta plus R by L within bracket minus A omega sin omega t plus theta plus B omega cos omega t plus theta plus omega 1 by LC within bracket A cos omega t plus theta plus B sin omega t plus theta equals to minus B omega by L sin omega t plus theta. Now comparing both sides, we have sine coefficient, which is minus B omega square minus A omega by L plus B by LC equals to minus B omega L, and we can write this equation A within bracket omega R by L plus B within bracket omega square minus 1 by LC equals to V omega by L. Now cosine coefficient minus A omega square minus 1 by LC, sorry, minus A omega square plus B omega R by L plus A by LC equals to 0, and A within bracket omega square minus LC minus B omega R by L equals to 0. Now solving those equation, we can get A equals to V into omega square R by L square by omega R by L whole square minus omega square minus 1 by LC whole square, and B equals to this. Okay. Now substituting the value of A and B, we get Ip equals to this, and then putting all those equation, we can get M cos phi equals to V omega square R by L square by omega R by L square minus omega square minus 1 by L. Like this, M sin phi equals to V omega square minus 1 by LC into omega by L, third bracket start, first bracket start, omega R by L whole square minus omega square minus 1 by LC whole square. To find M and phi, we divide one equation by other. We get M sin theta by cos theta equals to tan theta. Value of tan theta equals to this, omega L minus omega C by R, theta equals to tan inverse this. Okay. Now squaring both, here, look here, squaring both equation and adding, we get M square cos square phi plus M square sin square phi equals to this. Okay. Now from here we can write M equals to V by root over R square plus within bracket 1 by omega C minus omega L whole square. Okay. Now the particular current becomes, look here, like this, look here, Ip equals to this. Just nothing, just putting the values. Now the complementary function is similar to that DC series RLC circuit. To find out the complementary function, we have the characteristic equation, which is d square plus RL R by L into D plus 1 by LC equals to 0. The root of the equation are D1 and D2 equals to minus R by 2L plus minus root over R by 2L whole square minus 1 by LC. So D1 equals to K1 plus K2 and D2 equals to K1 minus K2. Okay, so K2 become positive when R by 2 will, look here, positive when R by 2 L square greater than 1 by LC, and the root are real and unequal, which gives an overdamped response. So D minus here, D minus K1 plus K2, then within third bracket start D minus K1 minus K2 I equals to 0. From here we can write the complementary function for the above equation. IC equals to C1 e to the power K1 plus K2 into T plus C2 e to the power K1 minus K2 into theta. Therefore the complete solution is I equals to IC plus IP, which is C1 into e to the power K1 plus K2 into T by C2 e to the power K1 minus K2 into T plus this V by root over R square plus 1 by omega C minus omega L whole square cos omega T plus theta plus tan inverse 1 by omega CR minus omega L by R. So K2 becomes negative when R by 2L square less than 1 by LC. Then the root are complex conjugated, which gives an underdamped response. Then D1 minus K1 plus JK2 within bracket, then D minus K1 minus JK2 bracket I equals to 0. The solution is then IC equals to e to the power K1 per T C1 cos K2T plus C2 sin K2T. Therefore the complete solution IC equals to IP and I equals to e to the power K, look here, e to the power K 1 to the power T, and within third bracket this equation. Okay, now therefore the complete solution is this I equals to e to the power K 1 to the power T C1 plus C2 T plus V by root over R2 square plus omega 1 by omega C minus omega L cos omega T plus theta plus tan inverse within bracket 1 by omega CR minus omega L by R. So this is the all sinusoidal response of RLC series circuit. After this we will discuss about the transient response of RL, RC and RLC circuit. So transient means in a short time period. In electrical engineering and mechanical engineering, a transient response is the response of a system to a change from an equilibrium or steady state. The transient response is not necessarily tied to abrupt events but to any event that affects the equilibrium of the system. Now let us discuss about the transient response of RL circuit. Listen carefully. So consider a transient response of RL circuit consisting of resistance and inductance shown in this figure. The inductor in the circuit is initially uncharged and is in series with the resistor. When the switch S is closed, we and find the complete solution for the current. Now apply the Kirchhoff voltage law to the circuit, result in the following differential equation: V equals to Ri plus L di by dt, or we can write di by dt plus R by L into I equals to V by L. Now the above equation, the current I is the solution to be found and V is the applied constant voltage. Now the voltage be applied to the circuit only when the switch S is closed. The above equation is linear differential equation of first order. Now comparing it with a non-homogeneous differential equation, which is dx by dt plus px equals to k. Okay, whose solution is x equals to e to the power minus pt integration k e to the power plus pt dt plus c e to the power minus pt, where c is an arbitrary constant. In a similar way, we can write the current equation as I equals to c e to the power minus r by lt plus e to the power minus r by lt integration v by l e to the power r by lt dt, and I equals to c e to the power minus r by lt plus vr. Now to determine the value of c from this equation, we use the initial condition in the transient response of RL circuit shown in this figure. Switch S is closed at t equals to 0. Now at t equals to 0 minus negative, just before closing the switch S, the current in the inductor is 0. Since the inductor does not allow sudden change in the current at t equals 0 plus, just after the switch is closed, the current remains 0. Thus at t equals to 0, I equals to also 0. Now substituting the above equation, above condition in this equation, we get 0 equals to C plus V by R here, hence C equals to minus V by R. Now substituting the value of C in those equation, we get this equation I equals to V by R minus V by R exponential minus R by LT, and also to get common we can write like this. Now equation, this equation consists of two parts, the steady state part V by R and a transient part V by R, it is minus R by LT. When switch S is closed, the response reaches a steady state value after time interval as shown in this figure. Look here, after some time interval the steady state, the response reaches the steady state value. Here the transient period is defined as the time taken for the current to reach its final or steady state value from its initial value. In the transient part of the solution, the quantity L by R is important in describing the curve, since L by R is time required for the current to reach from its initial value of 0 to the initial value V by R. Now the time constant of a function V by R e to the power minus R by LT is the time at which the exponent of E is unity, where E is the base of the natural logarithm. The term L by R is called the time constant and is denoted by tau. Tau equals to L by R second. The transient part of the solution is now this. Okay, I equals V by R exponential minus R by LT equals to minus V by R, it is equal to minus T by tau. Now at one time constant, the transient term reached 36.8% of its initial value. Look here. Now I tau equals to minus V by R, it is equal to minus T by tau equals to minus V by R, it is equal to minus 1 equals to minus 0.368 V by R. Similarly, I2 tau, I3 tau is this. After 5t tau, look here, after 5t tau, that's been 5 time constant, transient part reach more than 99% of its final value. Okay, we can find out the voltage and power across each element by using the current. Now voltage across the resistor VR equals to R into I and equals to R into V by R. We know the value of I. Finally, this is the voltage across resistor. Okay, now this is the voltage across inductor we also get, and power in the inductor resistor we also get VR into I. Putting the value we can get this value, and power into inductor we can get this value. This is the response of power in resistor are shown, and this is voltage in resistor and voltage is inductor as shown. Okay, so that's all about transient response of RL circuit. Now let us discuss about the transient response of RC circuit. So consider a transient response of RC circuit consisting of resistance and capacitance as shown in the figure. Okay, so the capacitor in the circuit is initially uncharged in series with a resistor. When the switch S is closed at t equals to 0, we can determine the complete solution for the current. Now apply the Kirchhoff voltage law to the circuit, result in the following differential equation, which is equals to V equals to Ri plus 1 by C integration I dt. By differentiating the above equation, we get 0 equals to R di by dt plus Y by C, and di by dt plus R1 by RCI equals to 0. Now we can write from this equation that a linear differential equation with only the complementary function, the particular solution for the above equation is 0. The solution for this type of differential equation is I equals to C into E to the power minus t by RC. Here to find the values of C, we use the initial condition. In the transient response of RC shown in this figure. Okay, Look here, when switch S is closed at t equals to 0, and since the capacitor never allows sudden change in voltage, it will act as a short circuit at t equals to 0 plus. The current in the circuit at t equals to 0 plus is V by R. Okay, now at t equals to 0, the current equals to I equals to V by R. Now substituting the value, we get V by R equals to C, and the current equation become I equals to V by R e to the power minus t by RC. When switch S is closed, the response decay with time as shown in this figure. Look here, response decay with time. In the solution, the quantity RC is the time constant and is denoted by tau, where tau equals to RC. After 5 time constant, the curve reaches 99% as of its final value, which is shown in this figure. Look here. Okay, not shown in this figure, that we have to find out the voltage across each element by using the current equation. Voltage across the resistor is VR equals to R into I equals to R into V by R e to the power minus 1 by RC into T, and VR equals to V into e to the power minus 1 by T 1 minus T by RC. Similarly, voltage across the capacitor we can also calculate 1 by C integration I dt. Finally, the value of capacitor is this, minus voltage value of voltage in capacitor is minus V into e to the power minus T by RC plus C. Okay, now T equals to 0, voltage across capacitor is 0, C equals to V, then C equals to V, and VC equals to V into 1 minus e to the power minus T by RC. The response shown in this figure, look here, voltage response, resistance and capacitance. Now the power equation is PR equals to VR into I. Finally, this is the value of power, V square by R e to the power minus 2T by RC, and power in capacitor is PC equals to VC into I. Finally, V square by R e to the power minus T by RC minus e to the power minus 2T by RC. So the response are power response are shown in this figure. So this is all the transient response of RC circuit. Now let us discuss about the last thing of this topic, transient response of RLC circuit. So consider a transient response of RLC circuit consisting of resistance, inductance and capacitance is shown in this figure. The capacitor and inductor are initially uncharged and are in series with a resistor. When switch S is closed at t equals to 0, we can determine the complete solution for the current. Now applying Kirchhoff voltage law to the transient response of the RLC circuit result in the following differential equation, which is V equals to Ri plus L di by dt plus 1 by C integration I dt. Now by differentiating the above equation, we have 0 equals to R di by dt plus L d square I by dt2 plus 1 by C into Y, and we can write also this. Okay, so now the above equation is second order linear differential equation with only complementary function. The particular solution for the above equation is 0. Now characteristics, the equation for the above differential equation is d square plus R by L into d plus 1 by LC equals to 0. Now the root of this equation is d1 d2 equals to minus R by 12 plus minus root over R by 12 whole square minus 1 by LC, by assuming k1 equals to R by 12 and k2 equals to root over R by 12 whole square minus 1 by LC. Now d1 equals to k1 plus k2 and d2 equals to k1 minus k2. Here k2 may be positive, negative or 0. So k2 is positive when R by 12 whole square greater than 1 by LC. The roots are real and unequal and give the overdamped response as shown in this figure. Okay. Now d minus k1 within bracket k1 plus k2 into d minus k1 minus k2 I equals to 0. The solution for the above equation is I equals to c1 e to the power k1 plus k2 t plus c2 e to the power k1 minus k2 t. Now the current for the overdamped case shown in this figure. Okay, so when k2 is negative, when R by 2L whole square less than 1 by LC, the root are complex conjugated and shown in this figure. Here So d minus k1 plus jk2 and d minus k1 minus jk2 into I equals to 0. The solution for the above equation is I equals to k1t plus c1 cos k2t plus c2 sin k2t. The current curve under them is shown here. So k2 is 0. Now the last condition, when k2 is 0, when r by 2l whole square equals to 1 by lc. The root are equal and give the critical term response shown in this figure. Now d1 minus k1 into I equals to 0. The solution for above equation is I equals to e to the power k1t within brackets c1 plus c2t. Okay, so this is all the transient response of RLC circuit. Now I will share some books of your course and my lecture, which is Circuit Theory and Analysis and Synthesis by Abhijit Chakraborty. This is a very good book for diploma and BTech engineers, because diploma and BTech both have the Laplace transform. Then the second book, Circuit and System by K.M. Sun. This is a very good book. According to me, this is the best book in market. Then Circuit Theory and Network by S.P. Ghosh and A.K. Chakraborty. This is also very good. So hope you all enjoy my lecture. If you have any query about anything, circuit theory, electrical machine, electrical drives, power system, then comment in my comment box or mail me. Or if you have any query of this particular topic, then comment in my comment box. I will definitely reply to your comment. So please subscribe, like, share and subscribe my channel. Stay safe, stay happy and always help everybody. Thank you.